Have you ever woken up one morning and felt different? Like the air around you was somehow softer, the sounds a little clearer, and the space inside your chest a little wider, almost as if the world had shifted just slightly out of its old alignment? Maybe you can't quite describe it. You just know that something invisible has changed. You begin to notice little things. Your usual coffee doesn't taste the same. The conversations you once enjoyed now drain your energy. And for reasons you can't explain, you start craving silence, nature and truth more than entertainment, noise and gossip. That's not random. That's the beginning of living in a higher frequency, what many call living in 5D. The old energy, life in 3D. For most of our lives, we live in what's called the third-dimensional consciousness, a world built on duality, fear, competition, and control. In 3D, we are taught that we are separate from others, that success means winning, and that safety comes from possessions, titles, or other people's approval. We work hard, we chase, we compare, and we worry about time running out. It's not wrong. It's just dense, like trying to breathe underwater. Everything feels heavy, limited, and conditional. But then something inside you begins to whisper, there must be more than this. That whisper is your soul remembering its true frequency, the vibration of unconditional love, the awakening from knowing to feeling. First, this awakening feels confusing. You might start to question everything you were told about who you are and why you're here. You might even feel lost, disconnected from your old self, like a snake shedding its skin. But that discomfort is sacred. It's the universe preparing you to rise. When your consciousness begins to shift from 3D to 5D, it's not that you suddenly leave the physical world. It's that your perception changes. You begin to see through the illusions of fear, scarcity, and separation. You start noticing synchronicities, airs repeating, people showing up at the exact right time, dreams that feel like messages. Time stops feeling linear. It becomes fluid. You start trusting your intuition more than logic. You are not going crazy. You are remembering what it feels like to live as a soul. Understanding the 5D state. So what exactly is 5D? It's not a place. It's not somewhere you move to, it's a frequency you tune into. In the 5D state, you live from the heart instead of the mind. You see others not as competition, but as reflections of the same source. You create not out of fear of lack, but from joy and alignment. Imagine it like a radio. 3D is one station, filled with noise, fear, and static. 5D is another, filled with harmony, love, and flow. The moment you shift your internal frequency, the whole song of your life changes. Signs you're transitioning into 5D consciousness. The shift doesn't happen overnight, but you'll notice certain patterns. Emotional lightness. You begin to forgive easily, release old grudges, and stop reacting to negativity. Vivid dreams. You receive insights or guidance through dreams that feel more real than waking life. Energy sensitivity. Crowded places drain you. Nature restores you. You start feeling people's emotions without words. Detachment from drama, gossip, fear-based news, and arguments lose their pull on you. Inner peace and solitude. You enjoy your own company, not from isolation but from deep connection with your essence. Synchronicities, repeating numbers, 111, 222, 555, or encounters that feel guided. Vibration awareness. You sense that thoughts, music, food, and environments all carry energy, and you begin to choose higher ones. This is not coincidence. It's resonance. Your energy field begins to align with the vibration of the fifth dimension, the frequency of love, unity, and creation, when the old world pushes back. But here's something few talk about. When you start living in 5D, the 3D world doesn't disappear. You'll still see conflict, judgment, chaos, and sometimes you'll feel like you're standing between two realities. Friends might say you've changed. Family might not understand your silence or your new priorities. Old patterns might try to pull you back. But that's part of the initiation. The universe is testing your ability to hold your frequency no matter what. It's easy to stay peaceful when surrounded by love, but true mastery is remaining in 5D energy when everything around you is screaming 3D. So instead of reacting, you breathe. Instead of fighting, you observe. Instead of shrinking, you shine. The emotional shift. from reaction to creation. In 3D, emotions control you. In 5D, emotions guide you. You begin to see anger as a signal of misalignment, fear as an opportunity to trust deeper, sadness as a cleansing rain that clears your inner sky. You no longer drown in emotions, you surf their waves with awareness. You realize, I am not my thoughts. I am the one who observes them. And in that realization you taste freedom for the first time. Relationships in 5D, from attachment to connection. As your frequency rises, your relationships evolve too. You no longer chase people to feel complete, you attract those who already resonate with your vibration. 5D relationships are built on authenticity and mutual growth, not control or dependency. There's no need to fix or change the other person. You both become mirrors of truth for each other. Sometimes this means certain people will fade from your life. It hurts, but it's sacred. They were part of your 3D chapter. Now your soul calls for new connections written in 5D ink. Transparent, kind, and awake. Ask yourself, am I holding on out of love or out of fear of losing? Work and purpose in 5D. Your view of success also transforms. In 3D you might have worked to survive. In 5D you work to serve. Your career becomes an expression of your soul's mission. You no longer seek validation from titles. You create because creation itself brings joy. Abundance flows naturally when your vibration matches your purpose. Money becomes energy, byproduct of alignment, not the goal. When you do what you love from a state of freedom and joy, the universe mirrors that vibration back to you in countless forms. How to stay in 5D when the world is still 3D. Here's the truth. You are a bridge between dimensions. Your task is not to escape the 3D world, but to anchor light within it. Practical ways to sustain your frequency. Begin each morning with gratitude before you touch your phone. Spend time in nature to ground your energy. Limit exposure to negative media. Surround yourself with people and spaces that uplift you. Visualize a golden light around your heart every time you feel drained. You don't need to convince anyone of your awakening. Your energy is your message. Daily practice living as a free soul. Try this. Every morning ask yourself, am I acting from love or from fear? If it's love, continue. If it's fear, pause, breathe, and realign. Write 3 things you're grateful for. Smile at a stranger. Forgive someone silently. Take a walk without your phone. Look up at the sky and whisper, I remember who I am. That's living in 5D. Not escaping life, but filling every moment with awareness and love. Closing message. The world needs your frequency. Living in 5D doesn't mean you float above the earth. It means you bring heaven down into it. Every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every time you choose love over fear, you shift the vibration of the entire planet. So when you feel alone, remember, thousands of souls across the world are awakening with you. We are remembering. Together. We are rising together. The new world is not coming. It's already here inside you. Breathe. Smile. You are home. At first, awakening feels like being reborn. Colors are brighter. Emotions are louder. The world feels like it's breathing with you. But after the initial wonder fades, something subtler begins. You realize awakening isn't a destination. It's an invitation. And the real work begins not when you wake up, but when you learn how to stay awake. The transition between worlds. When you first enter 5D energy, it's like stepping into sunlight after living your whole life in a cave. The light is so pure it almost hurts your eyes. You see yourself clearly, the beauty, the shadows, the patterns, the pain you've carried. The ego panics. It doesn't want to dissolve, it wants control. It whispers, you're losing yourself. But you're not. You're losing your mask. This is the bridge between worlds, the space where integration happens. It's the most fragile and sacred part of the journey. Because while your soul is ready to soar, your human habits still belong to gravity. The emotional detox. As your vibration rises, everything that doesn't match your new frequency begins to surface, like bubbles in boiling water. You might suddenly feel anger, sadness, exhaustion, or confusion, even though you thought you had healed. But this is not regression. It's purification. Your body, your mind, your cells are releasing lifetimes of stored energy. Think of it like this. When you open the windows after years in the dark, dust begins to swirl. It's messy at first, but only because light has entered. Allow it. Cry if you must. Scream into a pillow. Write letters you'll never send. Forgive what your heart has been clinging to. You're not falling apart. You're making space for higher light. The art of integration. Living in 5D isn't about escaping 3D. It's about bringing heaven into the physical world. Through your thoughts, actions, and presence. Integration means allowing your divine frequency to express through your human form. It's remembering that your soul didn't come here to avoid pain, but to transform it into wisdom. So the question becomes, how can I live as my soul in everyday life? Start small. Make your morning coffee with gratitude instead of rush. Drive to work with music. That expands your heart. Speak to others as if they are sacred because they are. Integration is not a one-time ceremony. It's daily devotion. The ego's last stand. When you begin stabilizing in 5D, your ego doesn't disappear, it transforms. It stops being your master and becomes your servant. But before surrendering, it will resist with everything it has. It will tempt you back into fear, comparison, judgment, control. It will whisper, "You're not ready. Who do you think you are?" When this happens, don't fight the ego. Observe it. Smile gently and say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm safe now." This simple acknowledgement disarms the illusion, because the moment you stop identifying with your fear, your soul reclaims command. Integration means you no longer reject the ego, you love it into alignment. The collapse of old identities. The higher your frequency, the more your old self begins to crumble. Things that once defined you, your job, relationships, goals, even your sense of style may stop resonating. First, it feels like loss, but in truth, it's liberation. The universe is gently stripping away everything that's not authentic. The friendships built on convenience, the career built on ego, the dreams you inherited from other people's expectations. You begin to realize you are not your story. You are the awareness that writes new ones. When you let go of who you were, you open the door to who you really are. So don't rush to rebuild. Let the void breathe. Let the unknown teach you. In that space, miracles are born. Relationships during integration. Your energetic shift will ripple through every connection you have. Some people will feel magnetically drawn to you. Others will quietly fade away. Not because you're better, but because your vibrations are different now. Imagine you're a radio tuned to a higher station. Those still on lower frequencies simply can't hear your song anymore. Honor their journey without judgment. Each soul awakens in its own time. True 5D relationships are rooted in freedom. There's no ownership, no demand, only co-creation. When two souls meet in 5D consciousness, love becomes an open sky, not a cage. Ask yourself, do I love this person's soul or their role in my story? That one question can reveal everything. Grounding the light. Integration isn't about floating above the world. It's about anchoring light into it. The higher your vibration, the deeper your roots must grow. Spend time in nature. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Eat foods that feel alive. Fruits, plants, water kissed by sunlight. Move your body. Dance. Stretch. Touch the earth. Your physical vessel is sacred technology, designed to translate 5D energy into human experience. Honor it. Meditation and grounding go hand in hand. One connects you upward, the other downward. Together they create balance. Remember, even the most luminous star must find its place in the sky. The power of choice. Integration is a practice of conscious choice. Every moment asks, will I respond with love or with fear? Fear will try to disguise itself as logic. It will say, be realistic. Love will whisper, be limitless. Every choice is an energetic declaration to the universe about who you believe yourself to be. Choose love often enough, and it becomes your default vibration. You'll notice life stops happening to you and begins happening through you. You become a conscious co-creator, an artist painting reality with intention and grace. The frequency of surrender. Stabilizing in 5D requires surrender, not as defeat but as trust. You stop forcing outcomes and start flowing with divine timing. You no longer chase, you attract. You no longer beg, you allow. You realize that control is just fear wearing a clever disguise. And when you finally let go, everything you've been chasing begins to find you. Surrender doesn't mean giving up your dreams. It means aligning them with your soul's rhythm. It's dancing with the universe instead of wrestling it, creating from the heart. When you are stabilized in 5D energy, creation feels effortless. Ideas flow through you, not from you. Opportunities appear in perfect synchronicity. You begin to realize you were never manifesting. You were simply remembering your power. Everything you desire already exists in potential form. When your vibration matches it, the universe rearranges itself to deliver it. This is heart-based creation, a dance between intention and trust, a collaboration between human will and divine wisdom, living as a bridge of light. You are not here to escape Earth. You are here to transform it. Each act of compassion, each moment of mindfulness, each breath of gratitude sends ripples across the collective field. When you hold love in your frequency, you anchor light for thousands who are still lost in darkness. You become a lighthouse, silent, steady, radiant. The world doesn't need more preachers of light. It needs embodiments of it. So live your truth quietly, humbly, powerfully. Let your energy speak louder than your words. And when the world forgets, let your presence remind it that love is still the highest frequency there is. Closing message. Integration is a journey, not a race. You are not behind. You are not doing it wrong. Every breath, every step, every stumble is part of your ascension. Some days you will feel deeply connected. Other days you will fall back into old patterns. That's okay. The spiral of growth always circles back, not as repetition but as deeper mastery. So be gentle with yourself. Your soul is ancient. It knows the way home. All you have to do is keep choosing love again and again and again. There is a sacred moment in every awakening when the mind grows silent and the heart begins to speak. First, it's a whisper, fragile, unfamiliar, almost too soft to hear. But once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. Calls you home. Home is not a place, it's a state of being. It's the vibration you emit when you're living from your heart, not your fear. That is the frequency of the fifth dimension, the heart frequency. This chapter is about remembering that your heart is not just an organ. It's a portal, a doorway between the human and the divine. And when you learn to live from it, your entire reality begins to rearrange itself in ways that defy logic, but align perfectly with love. The science and spirit of the heart. Let's start with something simple yet profound. Your heart emits the strongest electromagnetic field in your entire body, even stronger than your brain. Every emotion you feel radiates outward, influencing not just your mood, but the very fabric of energy around you. When you feel love, gratitude, or compassion, your frequency expands, synchronizing with the higher harmonic of creation itself. That's not philosophy, that's quantum reality. You are literally broadcasting your vibration into the universe. And like a cosmic mirror, the universe reflects back whatever frequency you send out. So when you live in fear, you create from fear. When you live in love, you create from love. That's the secret behind every miracle. The heart is compass. The mind loves logic. It wants reasons, steps, guarantees. But the heart just knows. It doesn't calculate. It recognizes. It doesn't plan, it feels. When you begin living in 5D, logic becomes a tool, not a master. You stop making decisions out of survival and start making them out of alignment. You'll notice something powerful. When you follow the path your heart shows you, life flows. Synchronicities line up like breadcrumbs from the universe. Doors open without knocking. People appear at the exact moment you need them. That's the sign you're living in resonance. You're no longer chasing outcomes, you're magnetizing them. The anatomy of love in 5D. In 3D, love is often transactional. I love you if. In 5D, love is unconditional. I love you because you are. You stop trying to possess love, you become it. You stop chasing validation, you radiate authenticity. Love in 5D is not a feeling, it's a frequency. It's not something you fall into. It's something you rise from. You realize you don't give love to others. You share it because it's infinite. You don't lose love, you only lower. your vibration away from it. When you live from this state, even your silence carries healing. Even your presence changes rooms. You become a living reminder that peace is possible. Healing through the heart. The heart is where all healing begins. Every wound, every trauma, every heartbreak is simply a place where love was once withheld, by others or by yourself. When you finally allow love to flow again, those wounds don't disappear. They transform. Pain becomes wisdom. Grief becomes compassion. Loss becomes expansion. To heal, you don't need to fix what's broken, you need to love it back into wholeness. Try this. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your chest. Whisper to your pain, I see you. I love you. You're safe now. That's how healing in 5D works, not by resistance but by reconnection. When the heart breaks open, there will come a time when your heart feels like it's breaking. Not because of failure but because it's expanding. When you awaken to love's true power, the walls you've built to survive begin to crumble. You cry for no reason. You feel everything, joy, sorrow, empathy all at once. Can be overwhelming, yes. But it's sacred. Your heart is learning to hold more light than ever before. Don't numb it. Don't rush it. Don't judge it. Every tear you shed waters the garden of your soul. And one day, you'll wake up and realize, the pain was never punishment. It was preparation. Creating reality through the heart. When your heart becomes your guide, creation turns effortless. You stop asking, how will it happen? And start trusting, of course it will. In 5D, manifestation isn't about forcing the universe. It's about aligning your vibration with the outcome you desire. If your frequency is love, then life must reflect that love. Here's the secret. The universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your state of being. So instead of saying, I want peace, become peaceful. Instead of saying, I want abundance, feel abundant. Instead of saying, I want love, live as love. The external world can only mirror the internal frequency you hold. That's not magic, that's resonance. Relationships through the heart lens. In the 5D reality, relationships become sacred contracts of growth, not cages of expectation. You understand that every soul you meet, whether they stay or leave, is reflecting something within you. The friend who suddenly disappears? A mirror for your fear of abandonment. The partner who triggers your insecurities? A mirror for the places you still withhold love from yourself. When you look through the eyes of the heart, you stop blaming. You start blessing. You thank those who hurt you not for the pain, but for the awakening they brought. That's when karma ends. That's when love becomes infinite. You don't just find the one. You realize you are the one, and everyone else is a reflection of that. Wholeness. The practice of living in heart frequency. To live in the heart is to live consciously. It's to wake each morning and ask, how can I embody love today? It doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes it's a smile to a stranger. Sometimes it's forgiving yourself for yesterday. Sometimes it's choosing silence over judgment. Love isn't always soft. Sometimes it's fierce, the courage to say no when your boundaries are crossed. Sometimes it's truth, speaking light into darkness. But always love is presence. When you're fully present, the divine speaks through you. And that presence alone can shift realities. The collapse of the old heart. As you open your heart wider, you'll notice that certain things start to feel intolerable: gossip, manipulation, dishonesty, fear. Your system rejects them like poison. You might even feel lonely for a time, as if no one understands you anymore. But solitude in 5D is not emptiness. It's recalibration. It's your soul cleansing space for higher connections to enter. Soon you'll attract souls who feel like home, people whose energy vibrates with your truth. And when you meet them, there will be no doubt, no effort. Your hearts will recognize each other instantly, because love speaks a universal language. Living as love in action. Once your heart has awakened, you cannot unsee the interconnectedness of all life. You realize that every thought, every action ripples across the collective field. So you begin to live as love in motion. You recycle not out of obligation but out of reverence. You speak gently not out of politeness, but out of awareness. You help others not to feel good but because you are good. You become the embodiment of what you once prayed for. This is what it means to live in 5D. Not floating above the world, but grounding heaven into the ordinary moments of human life. Making breakfast with love. Walking barefoot with gratitude. Holding space for others without judgment. That's real ascension. That's real freedom. Closing message. The frequency that heals the world. When enough hearts awaken, the frequency of the planet shifts. War fades. Fear dissolves. Because love, true love, is contagious. Your open heart becomes a transmitter of peace. You don't have to shout, argue, or convert anyone. Just love. Quietly. Steadily. Powerfully. Because every time you choose love over fear, you anchor light into the collective. You become part of Earth's transformation. So today, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I am love in form. I am light in motion. I am here to remember. Breathe deeply. Smile softly. And let the world feel your frequency. Because when you live from love, you are not just creating your reality, you are healing the universe. If the heart is the compass of your soul, then vibration is the language it speaks to the universe. Every thought, every emotion, every choice carries energy, and that energy creates ripples far beyond what your mind can comprehend. In the fifth dimension, reality responds not to what you say but to what you emit. Your frequency is your signature. Your state of being is your magnet. And the moment you align with your true vibration, your future begins to reshape itself. Not through struggle, but through resonance. The truth about alignment. Most people live in survival frequency, what we call 3D consciousness. It's a world dominated by fear, scarcity, and comparison. The mind constantly calculates. Do I have enough? Am I safe? Will I succeed? When you awaken to 5D, you begin to sense a higher truth. That the external world is a reflection of your inner state. If you're vibrating in fear, the world will reflect limitation. If you're vibrating in love, abundance appears naturally. If you're vibrating in joy, synchronicities emerge effortlessly. This is not wishful thinking. It's quantum law. Energy always flows to energy of similar frequency. Ask yourself, am I living in a frequency that matches the life I want to create? Or am I trying to manifest through force and struggle? This is the distinction between manifestation in 3D and creation in 5D. In 5D, alignment is everything. Identifying your current frequency. Before you can align, you must first understand your current vibration. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Observe the emotions you feel most often. Look at the patterns repeating in your life. Are you holding on to resentment, fear, doubt? These are indicators that your frequency is low, stuck in the old energy of 3D consciousness. On the other hand, if your days are filled with curiosity, gratitude, and love, even amidst challenges, your frequency is rising. The shift may feel subtle at first, but every choice, every thought, every breath is a signal to the universe. I am ready to co-create in alignment with my higher self. Raising your vibration daily. Vibrational alignment is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. Here are practical ways to raise your frequency. Mindful presence. Be aware of the present moment. Let go of the stories about the past and the worries about the future. The universe exists only in now. To be present is to align with the flow of creation. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is the most powerful frequency shifter. Begin your day by listing 3 things you truly appreciate. Your energy shifts from lack to abundance, and the universe responds in kind. Emotional awareness. Observe your emotions without judgment. Negative emotions are not bad. They are signals. Recognize them, release them, and choose love instead. Aligning actions. Your actions must reflect your desired frequency. You cannot claim to seek peace while engaging in conflict. You cannot desire abundance while hoarding or comparing. Aligning your outer actions with your inner vibration solidifies the frequency you wish to manifest. Energy movement. Move your body in ways that feel good, dancing, stretching, walking in nature. Physical movement clears stagnant energy and allows your frequency to rise. The law of attraction through vibration. Alignment is not about forcing outcomes. It's about becoming the energy of what you desire. Think of it as tuning a radio. You don't scream at the station to play louder. You simply adjust your dial until it resonates. Your thoughts and emotions are the dials. Your frequency is the station. When your inner world resonates with the frequency of what you wish to manifest, life responds. This is why trying to manifest without inner alignment often fails. You might be sending mixed signals, wanting abundance, but vibrating fear. 5D creation is effortless when your inner and outer states are in harmony. Seeing life as energy. Begin to view everything as energy. People, circumstances, even your own thoughts. Energy doesn't judge. It simply responds. When you vibrate fear, scarcity, or anger, you attract similar energy. When you vibrate love, freedom, and joy, life responds in kind. Ask yourself, what kind of energy am I inviting into my life today? The answer guides your choices, words, and thoughts. Your frequency becomes the blueprint for your reality. The role of intuition in alignment. When your vibration rises, intuition becomes clearer. Your higher self communicates not through logic, but through feeling, inspiration, and subtle signs. You start noticing patterns, coincidences, nudges, or ideas that feel right. Trust these signals. Your intuition is the universe's way of guiding you into alignment. Doubt is the last remnant of 3D thinking, the voice that insists you must control everything. Release control. Follow your inner knowing. The path may not be linear, but it is always aligned. Relationships and frequency. Your frequency also determines the people and circumstances that enter your life. When you vibrate in higher love, you attract others who resonate similarly. Conversely, lower vibrations attract drama, conflict, and resistance. Notice this. As you elevate, some relationships may dissolve naturally. This is not loss, it is liberation. You are no longer fitting into energies that don't match your frequency. This is alignment in action. The universe is constantly pruning what no longer serves your growth. Challenges as frequency tests. Even when aligned, challenges will appear. They are not signs of failure. Challenges are frequency tests. They ask, will you maintain your vibration in adversity? Will you choose love over fear, clarity over doubt, trust over control? Every trial is an opportunity to reinforce your alignment. When you respond from a higher frequency, you expand not just your own life but the collective consciousness. Integrating 5D into daily life. Living in alignment means embodying 5D consciousness in the ordinary world. Speak kindly even when provoked. Work passionately, even when outcomes are uncertain. Love freely even when others reject you. Forgive instantly, even when the mind resists. These are not small acts, they are acts of quantum creation. Each moment you operate from high vibration, you co-create your future. Your frequency shapes your future. Ultimately, your frequency is your future in action. You can dream endlessly about wealth, love, freedom, and success. But without vibrational alignment, those dreams remain potential, unmanifested. When you align your inner world with your desired outer reality, manifestation becomes natural. Ask yourself, does my current energy reflect the life I wish to create? If not, what shift is needed right now? Every adjustment, every conscious choice, every elevated thought shapes not just your future, but the collective future. Closing message. Be the frequency you wish to live in. Vibrational alignment is not magic. It is not about wishful thinking. It is the conscious recognition that energy creates reality. By raising your frequency and living in alignment, you embody the fifth dimensional truth. You are a creator. You are powerful. You are divine. Every thought, every feeling, every act of love radiates into the universe. Every alignment creates ripples that expand beyond your awareness. So today, choose to be the frequency you wish to live in. Choose joy over fear. Choose love over scarcity. Choose peace over chaos. Your vibration is your signature. Your alignment is your power. And your frequency is your future. Entering the fifth dimension is like stepping into sunlight, brilliant, expansive, liberating. But the world outside your own consciousness doesn't always shine with the same light. Most of humanity still operates in 3D fear, judgment, scarcity, and attachment. This is the ultimate test. How do you remain aligned, vibrant, and free when everything around you vibrates at a lower frequency? How do you preserve your 5D consciousness while navigating a 3D world? The answer is simple in theory, challenging in practice. Master your energy field. Your energy field is your reality. Everything you experience externally begins internally. Your energy field, the aura that surrounds you, the subtle vibrations you emit, acts like a magnet. Think of it as a radio signal. If your frequency is high, love, joy, clarity, you attract experiences and people of similar energy. If your frequency drops into fear, judgment, or negativity, the world mirrors that vibration back to you. Most people live unconsciously, constantly adjusting their signal to match the world, the news, or other people's moods. In 5D, this reverses. You are the tuner, not the receiver. You choose what energy to broadcast. You choose what to allow into your field. Shielding without separation. Many awakening souls struggle with energetic overwhelm. Crowds, negative people, stressful environments, all can feel like attacks. The solution isn't running away or isolating yourself. It's learning to shield without separation. Visualize your energy as a luminous bubble surrounding you. It's permeable enough to feel connection, compassion, and empathy, but strong enough to repel negativity and lower vibrations. Try this practice. Stand or sit comfortably. Breathe deeply, imagining light entering through your crown and filling your entire body. Visualize a protective, glowing bubble forming around you, like a soft golden shield. Tell yourself silently, I am open to love and light. I am protected from fear and negativity. This is not an escape, it's sovereignty. You interact with the world without absorbing its chaos. Energetic hygiene. Just as you shower to cleanse the body, energetic hygiene cleanses the field. Some simple daily practices include morning intention setting. Begin each day by affirming your energy and setting boundaries. Example: today I emit love, clarity, and joy. I release anything that does not serve me. Nature reset. Walk barefoot on grass, sand, or earth. Feel your connection to the planet. Nature recalibrates the human field to a higher frequency, grounding your light. Meditation and breath work. Even 5 minutes of conscious breath can release residual 3D energy stuck in the body. Inhale light, exhale tension. Visualize your energy returning to harmony. Energy clearing tools. Crystals, sage, or sound can help clear stagnant or heavy energy. But the most effective tool is your conscious attention. Simply noticing and releasing what doesn't belong. Managing social energy. Human interaction is a powerful energy exchange. Some relationships nourish your frequency, others deplete it. Recognize these patterns. Energy vampires. Those who constantly complain, criticize, or drain you. Engage with compassion, but limit exposure. Aligned souls. Those who inspire, uplift, and reflect your vibration. Spend more time with these people. Neutral energies. Acquaintances whose energy neither uplifts nor drains. Interaction can be polite and brief. Remember, detachment does not mean judgment. It means prioritizing your energetic health. Navigating work and daily life. Most workplaces are dense 3D environments. Competition, office politics, deadlines, and stress can pull you into low-frequency patterns. The key is intentional presence. Before meetings, breathe deeply and set an internal frequency. I will operate from clarity, collaboration, and calm. Choose responses that maintain your vibration. Even under pressure, pause before reacting. Remember, influence spreads quietly. Your calm and integrity inspire others without force. Over time, your 5D energy can ripple through the environment, elevating those around you. You become a subtle yet potent force for transformation. Handling negative media and information. The 3D world bombards us with fear, scandal, and negativity through news, social media, and entertainment. Consuming this unfiltered energy lowers your frequency. Set intentional boundaries. Ask, does this information serve my growth or amplify fear? Filter your consumption accordingly. Transform instead of absorb. If exposure is unavoidable, consciously transform the energy. Imagine fear or anger turning into light, compassion, and understanding as you absorb it. Digital detox. Regular breaks from screens recalibrate your energy field and allow higher vibrational clarity to emerge. Daily practices for 5D living in a 3D world. To sustain your frequency, integrate simple rituals. Gratitude pause, stop multiple times a day to acknowledge something beautiful. Shifting focus from scarcity to abundance. Heart-centered breathing, place your hand on your heart. Inhale love, exhale fear. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. Micro-meditations, even a minute of silence before responding, eating, or driving allows recalibration. Energy movement, yoga, dance, or tai chi help release dense energy stuck in the body. Evening reflection. Review the day, release what didn't serve you, and celebrate alignment. The art of non-attachment. Living in 5D doesn't mean escaping the 3D world. It means interacting without attachment. You no longer need to control outcomes. You no longer take things personally. You no longer absorb the world's fear or drama. Non-attachment is not apathy. It is clarity. It is freedom. It allows you to love, act, and contribute without compromising your vibration. The power of your frequency on the collective. Your high-frequency presence does more than elevate your life, it subtly influences the collective consciousness. Every time you operate from love, clarity, and peace, you act as a quantum stabilizer in a chaotic world. Smile at a stranger, ripples of kindness spread. Speak truth from integrity, inspiration multiplies. Hold compassion in a tense situation. Calm energy radiates outward. This is why 5D living is not selfish. It is deeply responsible. By mastering your energy, you anchor light not just for yourself, but for all around you. Living as a free soul in a dense world. Ultimately, 5D mastery is about freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from judgment. Freedom from scarcity. Freedom from the need to prove or control. You live each day as a soul expressing through human form. You operate in joy, clarity, and love, while still engaging with the world. You are fully awake, fully present, and fully free. Even in dense energy you shine. Even when chaos surrounds you, your light remains steady. This is the essence of living in 5D while existing in a 3D world. Closing message. Anchor your light, live your frequency. Your energy field is your power. Your frequency is your creation. Your alignment is your future. To live in 5D while surrounded by 3D. Protect your field without isolation. Choose your relationships and consumption wisely. Integrate practices that elevate daily. Anchor your frequency through love, clarity, and presence. The world may still operate in fear, scarcity, and chaos, but your energy can be the lighthouse that guides the collective back to love. And as you master this art, you realize living in 5D isn't a destination. It's a lifestyle. It's a choice made every moment. A vibration you broadcast into the world. A ripple that transforms not just your life, but the reality of everyone around you. Awakening to 5D consciousness is one thing. Living it every day is another. It's one thing to understand love, vibration, and alignment in theory. It's another to embody it in the ordinary flow of life. This chapter is your guide to integrating fifth-dimensional living into every single day. Because true mastery is not measured by rare moments of inspiration but by consistent, conscious practice. Morning. Setting the tone for high vibration. The first moments after waking are the most powerful for anchoring 5D energy. Before you check your phone, read the news, or dive into obligations, take time to connect with your higher self. Practice one morning alignment ritual. Sit upright in bed or on the floor. Close your eyes and place your hands over your heart. Breathe deeply, inhaling light and exhaling tension. Whisper or think. Today I choose love, clarity, and freedom. Today I radiate joy and peace. I am aligned with my higher self. Visualize a golden light filling your body, radiating outward, creating a protective and expansive field. Even 5 minutes of this ritual will set a foundation for the day. You are not reacting to life. You are co-creating it from a state of consciousness. Mindful awareness. Navigating daily life in 5D. Living in 5D is not about escaping the world. It's about conscious presence in every moment. Every thought, word, and action carries energy. To remain aligned, practice mindful awareness. Observing thoughts. Notice when fear, doubt, or judgment arises. Instead of suppressing it, acknowledge it. I see this fear, but it does not define me. Choosing responses. Pause before reacting. Ask, does my response come from love or fear? Gratitude intervals. Throughout the day, pause to notice small blessings, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of laughter, or a kind word from a stranger. Mindful awareness transforms ordinary routines, commuting, working, cooking, into opportunities for vibration elevation. Emotional mastery. Transforming energy in the moment. 5D living requires emotional responsibility. You are the captain of your frequency, not a victim of circumstances. Practice 2. Heart-centered emotional reset. Whenever you feel drained, triggered, or anxious, place your hand on your chest. Take 3 deep breaths, imagining the inhale as white light, and the exhale as gray or heavy energy leaving your field. Whisper, I release what does not serve me. I anchor love and clarity in this moment. Visualize your heart radiating bright, healing light. By resetting your emotional state multiple times per day, you prevent 3D density from taking root. You learn to navigate conflict, stress, and unpredictability with grace. Energetic hygiene. Protecting your frequency. Living among 3D energy requires conscious boundaries and protection. Practice 3. Daily energy shielding. Visualize a luminous bubble around you, permeable only to love and light. Imagine any negativity bouncing harmlessly off its surface. Remind yourself, I am open to growth but closed to fear and scarcity. Pair this with environmental clearing. Spend time in nature. To ground, play uplifting music to harmonize your field. Use sound, movement, or crystals to clear stagnant energy. This is not isolation. It is sovereignty. You engage fully with life without absorbing its heaviness. Intentional interactions. Relationships in 5D. Relationships are one of the greatest teachers of consciousness. Practice 4. Conscious connection. Before interacting, check your energy. Are you present, calm, and loving? Listen fully without judgment and respond from your heart. Release attachment to outcomes. You don't need to change anyone, only to share your vibration. In 5D, conflict becomes an opportunity for expansion, not domination. You stop seeking validation or control. You offer authenticity and light. Work and productivity. Elevating energy in action. Workplaces are often dense 3D environments filled with stress, competition, and misaligned priorities. Living in 5D means acting from alignment, not reacting to chaos. Practice 5. High-frequency workflow. Start tasks with clarity. Breathe, set intention, and visualize success. Take conscious breaks to recalibrate. Respond to challenges with creativity and composure, not panic. Celebrate small achievements, maintaining a focus on joy rather than outcomes. This transforms work into a spiritual practice. You are not only producing results but elevating energy within your field and that of others. Creative practices. Expressing 5D energy. Creation is the natural language of 5D consciousness. Every action becomes an expression of your inner vibration. Practice 6. Daily creativity ritual. Engage in a creative activity. Drawing, writing, music, movement without expectation. Allow flow to guide you, honoring inspiration rather than forcing outcomes. Focus on the joy of creation rather than judgment of the result. Creativity raises your frequency and strengthens alignment, reinforcing the resonance between your inner and outer world. Evening. Integration and release. The evening is a sacred time to consolidate your alignment and release residual 3D energy. Practice 7. Evening reflection and energy release. Sit quietly or lie down. Review the day, noting moments where you maintained high vibration and moments where you fell into lower energy. Send gratitude to yourself for staying conscious. Visualize any remaining negative energy leaving your field, replaced by soft golden light. Whisper, I release what no longer serves me. I rest in love and alignment. Ending the day consciously anchors 5D vibration and prepares you for restorative sleep. Mind-body connection. Physical practices to support frequency. The body is a vessel for energy, and physical health directly affects vibration. Practice 8. Embodied alignment. Move daily: yoga, walking, dancing, or stretching. Hydrate and nourish the body with high-vibration foods, fresh fruits, vegetables, water. Sleep adequately to allow energy systems to reset and integrate higher frequencies. When your body supports your consciousness, alignment becomes effortless. Living as a free soul in 5D. Ultimately, 5D practice is about freedom. Freedom from fear and scarcity. Freedom from judgment and expectation. Freedom to express love, joy, and creativity fully. A free soul acts from inner guidance rather than external pressure. It radiates light in ordinary spaces, touches lives without trying, and maintains peace amid chaos. Every moment becomes an opportunity to embody the truth that you are a co-creator of reality. Closing message. Consistency is the key. Living in 5D is not a destination. It is a lifestyle. It is a continuous, conscious choice to maintain high vibration, align with love, and radiate light. By practicing daily, morning alignment sets your tone. Emotional resets maintain your heart frequency. Energetic hygiene preserves your field. Conscious interactions elevate relationships. Creative expression amplifies resonance. Evening reflection consolidates growth. Mind-body practices sustain energy flow. Over time, these practices become automatic. Your consciousness naturally operates in 5D, even while the world around you remains 3D. You will find yourself moving through life with joy, freedom, clarity, and peace. And in doing so, you don't just transform yourself, you radiate higher frequency into the collective consciousness, contributing to the evolution of the planet. Fear is the invisible anchor that keeps most of humanity grounded in 3D consciousness. It whispers in your mind, "You are not safe, you are not enough, you must control everything." Fear triggers stress, anxiety, and survival patterns, limiting both your consciousness and your reality. When you awaken to 5D, fear begins to feel foreign. It may appear sporadically, but it no longer rules you. The journey to 5D mastery is, in essence, a journey to transcend fear. Understanding fear in 3D versus 5D. In 3D, fear operates as a survival mechanism. It keeps you vigilant, cautious, and reactive. It manifests as anxiety about the future, insecurity in relationships, doubt about your abilities, attachment to control or material outcomes. Fear is reinforced when your focus is external, constantly monitoring the world, comparing yourself to others, or reacting to circumstances. In 5D, fear loses its grip. Why? Because your focus shifts inward, to love, alignment, and presence. You recognize that your power lies in your frequency, not in external validation. Fear becomes a teacher, a signal pointing to unhealed patterns rather than a force that controls your life. Fear as a gateway. Paradoxically, fear is not your enemy. Every fear you face is an invitation to expand your consciousness. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of and why? What story am I telling myself that keeps me small? How would I act if fear did not exist? Fear is simply energy. Energy can be transformed. When you face fear consciously, you reclaim your power. The power of awareness. The first step in transcending fear is awareness. Notice when fear arises, in thoughts, emotions, or physical sensations. Observe without judgment. Label it. This is fear. Breathing through fear is transformative. Practice 1. Fear breath. Reset. Inhale deeply, imagining light entering every cell. Hold for a moment, acknowledging the fear without resistance. Exhale slowly, imagining fear dissolving into the air. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This simple practice signals to your nervous system, you are safe and fear does not control you. Releasing the stories that fuel fear. Most fear is a product of mental storytelling. I am not enough. I will fail. I cannot trust life. Practice 2. Story release ritual. Take a sheet of paper and write down your fears. Be honest. For each fear, ask, is this true? Or is it a story? Visualize releasing the story, burning it, shredding it, or dissolving it in light. Affirm, I am safe. I am supported. I am aligned with love and freedom. When you release fear-based stories, you reclaim energy previously trapped in limitation. Choosing love over fear. In 5D, love is your operating system. Fear is merely a signal that you are out of alignment. Whenever fear arises, consciously choose love. Love yourself for feeling fear. Love the lesson hidden within it. Love the uncertainty of life, trusting it is guiding you to growth. This is not naive positivity, it is quantum alignment. Fear contracts energy. Love expands it. When you respond from love, you create space for infinite possibility. Embodying courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting despite fear. Consider your own life. Moments of growth, transformation, and joy have always required a step beyond comfort. Each act of courage strengthens your alignment with 5D energy. Practice 3. Daily courage exercise. Identify one situation that triggers discomfort or fear. Take one small action in alignment with love, integrity, or purpose. Even if uncomfortable, reflect on the outcome. Notice how your energy shifts from contraction to expansion. Over time, courage becomes habitual. You no longer avoid fear, you flow through it, anchored in your higher vibration. Fear in relationships. Fear often manifests in relationships. Jealousy, attachment, people-pleasing, or mistrust. In 5D, relationships are a mirror, reflecting your inner state. Practice 4. Conscious relating. Notice fear-based reactions. Possessiveness, insecurity, anger. Pause and breathe before responding. Choose clarity, love, and detachment from outcomes. Aligned relationships are not about control. They are about resonance. Fear dissolves when you release the need to manipulate, demand, or cling. You interact freely, authentically, and joyfully, transcending fear in daily life. Fear is pervasive in work, finances, health, and uncertainty. Practice 5. Fear to freedom daily routine. Morning. Set your intention. I am aligned, I am safe, I am free from fear. During the day, notice fear as it arises. Breathe, observe, and release. Evening reflection. Write down any fear-based experiences. Transform them by reframing. This challenge is an opportunity. I am learning. I am growing. Consistency is key. The more consciously you practice, the less fear controls your energy. Visualizing a fearless future. The mind often clings to fear because it imagines worst-case scenarios. Visualization is a powerful 5D tool. You replace fear with possibility. Practice 6. Future self-visualization. Close your eyes and imagine your life fully aligned in 5D. See yourself acting from courage, love, and freedom. Feel the sensations of peace, joy, and clarity. Anchor this feeling in your heart and carry it into the present moment. By repeatedly visualizing alignment, you recalibrate your nervous system to resonate with freedom rather than fear. Surrendering control. Fear thrives on the illusion of control. The fifth dimensional consciousness teaches, release the need to control outcomes. Trust that life unfolds in alignment with your higher self. Your role is to maintain your frequency, to be a conduit of love, clarity, and light. The universe handles the rest. Surrender does not mean passivity. It means conscious co-creation, acting with integrity, intention, and love while releasing attachment to results. The liberation beyond fear. Transcending fear is liberating. Decisions are made from intuition, not anxiety. Relationships thrive on resonance, not codependency. Opportunities flow effortlessly when you are aligned. Life becomes an expression of your highest self, not a reaction to circumstances. Fear is no longer a shackle. It becomes a guidepost, pointing toward areas of growth, healing, and expansion. Closing message. Fear is optional. Living fully in 5D consciousness means living without fear as your ruler. Awareness transforms fear into information. Release dissolves its grip. Love expands your energy beyond limitation. Courage allows you to act freely, authentically, and boldly. Fear is optional. You do not need to eliminate it completely. Just refuse to let it dictate your life. Every conscious choice, every breath, every intention anchors you deeper in 5D reality. You are free. You are aligned. You are a co-creator of a limitless, fearless, and abundant life. Living in the fifth dimension is not only about transcending fear, mastering energy, or navigating life with clarity. It is about embodying joy, wonder, and the freedom of your soul in every moment. Joy is not merely an emotion. It is a state of alignment When your energy resonates at the fifth dimensional frequency, joy is the natural byproduct of living in harmony with your higher self. It is not conditional on external circumstances, achievements, or approval. Instead, it flows from your inner alignment and conscious presence. The nature of fifth dimensional joy. In the 3D world, joy is often reactive. You feel happy when things go right, and upset when they go wrong. In 5D, joy is proactive and intrinsic. It is your natural state when you are in alignment. Joy flows from love rather than attachment. Joy arises from being fully present rather than worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. Joy is creative and expansive, not competitive or limited. The fifth dimensional soul experiences life as a continuous dance of energy, where each moment is an opportunity to express freedom, creativity, and love. Awakening to present moment awareness. The foundation of joyful presence is mindful awareness. When you live in the moment, you notice beauty, subtle energy, and the infinite potential in ordinary experiences. Practice 1. Morning gratitude and presence ritual. Upon waking, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, feeling your body and energy awaken. Visualize the day ahead as a blank canvas. Choose one intention. Today I will notice beauty, feel joy, and radiate love in every action. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Gratitude amplifies frequency and anchors presence. This simple ritual sets a tone of awareness and joy that ripples through your day. Savoring the ordinary. In 5D consciousness, ordinary experiences become sacred. A cup of tea, a breeze through your window, the sound of birdsong. These are no longer mundane. They are moments of divine connection. Practice 2. Mindful savoring exercise. Choose an ordinary daily activity. Engage all your senses fully. Notice textures, colors, sounds, and scents. Inhale slowly and appreciate the subtle perfection in the experience. Whisper internally, I am fully present, and this moment is perfect. Savoring the ordinary trains your mind to find joy independently of external outcomes. Play and creativity as pathways to joy. The fifth dimension is playful. Creativity is a portal to experiencing flow states, where time dissolves and joy emerges effortlessly. Practice 3. Daily creative expression. Dedicate at least 15 to 30 minutes a day to a creative activity: painting, dancing, writing, singing, or even cooking. Focus on the experience rather than the outcome. Allow inspiration to guide you. Release judgment and expectation. Through play, you reconnect with the inner child, the part of you that naturally vibrates at joy, curiosity, and wonder. Loving presence in relationships. Joy in 5D is magnified through conscious connection. Relationships are no longer transactional. They become energetic exchanges of love and resonance. Practice 4. Heart-centered connection. In each interaction, pause to tune into your heart. Ask yourself, how can I bring presence, compassion, and joy to this conversation? Respond from love, not fear, expectation, or ego. Notice how your frequency affects the energy in the room. By cultivating joyful presence in relationships, you not only enhance your own vibration, but also elevate the collective energy around you. Integrating joy in work and daily responsibilities. Even in work, errands, and challenges, fifth dimensional living allows for joyful engagement. Practice 5. Conscious workflow. Begin each task by visualizing your intention and aligning with your highest self. Approach tasks with curiosity and creativity rather than obligation. Take small conscious breaks to reconnect with joy. A short walk, deep breath, or brief meditation. Celebrate progress rather than just outcomes. By infusing ordinary work with presence and intention, you turn routine into a practice of high-frequency joy. Releasing negativity through joy. Negative emotions are not enemies. They are signals that your energy is misaligned. Joyful presence allows you to transmute negativity into light. Practice 6. Emotional transformation. When you notice anger, sadness, or frustration, pause and breathe. Acknowledge the emotion without judgment. Visualize it dissolving into light, replaced by a feeling of joy, love, or gratitude. Whisper internally, I release what does not serve me. I choose joy. With consistent practice, joy becomes the default state, while negative emotions are recognized, transformed, and released quickly. Immersing in nature to elevate vibration. Nature is inherently fifth-dimensional. It embodies presence, flow, and harmony. Spend time outdoors regularly. Walk barefoot on grass, listen to water, watch clouds drift. Observe natural patterns and rhythms. Align your breath and movement with the environment. This immersion recalibrates your energy field and strengthens your connection to the vibrational frequency of the planet. Anchoring joy effortlessly. Playful experimentation with life. Living in joy also means approaching life like a curious experiment. Test new experiences without fear of failure. Explore hobbies, skills, and adventures that excite you. Treat mistakes as information, not failure. This playful approach cultivates flexibility, curiosity, and wonder, all hallmarks of 5D consciousness. Evening reflection and integration. Joyful presence is amplified by reflection and intentional integration at the end of the day. Practice 7 Evening Joy Journal. Reflect on moments of joy, presence, or creativity during the day. Note any patterns or insights about what elevates your frequency. Release stress, fear, or lower vibrations experienced throughout the day. Set an intention for the next day. I will live fully in joy, presence, and freedom. This ritual consolidates high-frequency energy and prepares your consciousness for restorative sleep. Living as a fully present, joyful soul. Fifth-dimensional living is not about perfection. It is about alignment, curiosity, and radiating joy as a natural expression of your soul. Your presence elevates the energy around you. Your choices reflect conscious co-creation rather than reaction. Your daily practices anchor you in love, clarity, and freedom. Every step, breath, and action becomes an act of creative, joyful presence. You experience life as a living work of art, fully engaged and fully free. Closing message. Joy is your frequency. Joy is not something you chase. It is your natural resonance when aligned with 5D consciousness. Presence allows you to see beauty in every moment. Play and creativity reconnect you with your inner child. Love-based relationships amplify your joy. Conscious work and mindful practices elevate your energy. Nature and reflection anchor your frequency. By embodying joyful presence, you transform not only your life but also subtly influence the collective vibration of humanity. You are no longer reacting to fear, scarcity, or limitation. You are radiating freedom, love, and joy, living fully as a fifth-dimensional soul. Living in 5D. Consciousness transforms not only your inner world, but also the reality you create externally. In the fifth dimension, abundance is not limited to material wealth. It encompasses emotional fulfillment, meaningful relationships, creativity, health, and spiritual growth. Manifestation in 5D is not a process of striving or forcing. It is a co-creative dance between your frequency, intentions, and the universe. This chapter explores how to align your energy to manifest the life you desire, without clinging, struggling, or remaining trapped in 3D scarcity thinking. Abundance is a state of being, not a goal. In 3D consciousness, people often chase abundance as a tangible goal, money, possessions, status, believing that external accumulation equals happiness. In 5D, abundance is intrinsic. It begins with inner alignment. When your energy resonates with love, joy, clarity, and purpose, abundance flows naturally. Ask yourself, do I feel abundant even before achieving my goals? Am I attached to outcomes, or do I trust that life provides in divine timing? Abundance is a reflection of your frequency. High vibration attracts experiences, people, and opportunities that mirror your inner state. The 5 pillars of 5D abundance. To manifest effectively in 5D, cultivate the following pillars. Clarity of intention. Know precisely what you wish to create, not as a rigid demand but as a conscious vision aligned with your higher self. Alignment with emotion. Feel the joy, gratitude, and fulfillment of already receiving what you desire. Energy precedes manifestation. Release of limiting beliefs. Scarcity, fear, and self-doubt block flow. Transform these beliefs into empowerment statements. Action in resonance. Take inspired action. Guided by intuition, not pressure or obligation. Trust in divine timing. Let go of attachment to how and when results appear. Co-creation requires patience and flow. Clarity of intention. Painting your vibrational blueprint. The first step in co-creating abundance is clarity. A vague wish produces scattered energy. A clear vision produces focused vibration. Practice 1. Vision alignment. Close your eyes and visualize your ideal reality. Include all dimensions: emotional, spiritual, relational, and material. Ask, does this serve my highest good and the greater good? Feel the emotions of already experiencing this reality: joy, gratitude, empowerment. Write your vision in a journal as if it is happening now. This blueprint communicates your frequency to the universe, setting the stage for manifestation. Alignment with emotion. Feeling your way to reality. Emotion is the energy through which manifestations are transmitted. In 5D, feeling is the language of the universe. Practice 2. Emotion-focused manifestation. Take a moment to feel the essence of your desired outcome. Notice the physical sensations, the warmth in your heart, and the excitement in your body. Anchor these feelings in daily practice. Before sleep, upon waking, and during meditation. When your emotions align with your intentions, you act as a magnet for the experiences that match your vibration. Releasing limiting beliefs. Many manifestations fail because energy is blocked by subconscious patterns. Common 3D scarcity thoughts include: I'm not worthy of abundance. There's never enough. I must struggle to achieve success. Practice 3. Belief transformation. Identify a limiting belief. Ask, is this true, or is it a story I've been telling myself? Replace it with a 5D aligned affirmation. I am worthy of unlimited abundance in all areas of life. Opportunities flow to me effortlessly in divine timing. Repeat daily until the new belief becomes natural. Releasing mental blocks clears space for high-frequency manifestation. Inspired action, moving in resonance. Manifestation in 5D is not passive. You co-create through action aligned with intuition and purpose, not through forced effort. Practice 4. Inspired daily action. Begin the day with intention. I will follow intuitive guidance and act in alignment with my highest self. Listen to subtle nudges from your inner guidance. Take steps that feel energized, not drained. Notice synchronicities and respond with openness. Action rooted in inspiration amplifies manifestation. It demonstrates alignment between thought, emotion, and energy. Trust in divine timing. A hallmark of 5D consciousness is trust in the unfolding of life. The universe is orchestrating experiences beyond your comprehension. Release attachment to how and when outcomes will appear. Focus on maintaining high vibration rather than forcing results. Recognize that delayed manifestation may contain lessons or alignment opportunities. Trust transforms impatience into serenity and fear of lack into confidence in infinite abundance. Gratitude as a magnetic force. Gratitude is a high-frequency energy that amplifies manifestation. Begin and end each day with acknowledgement of blessings. Notice subtle abundance. A smile from a stranger. A moment of clarity, a creative spark. Express heartfelt thanks as if the desired outcome has already manifested. Gratitude bridges inner abundance with outer manifestation, turning ordinary life into a vibrational magnet for extraordinary experiences. Abundance beyond material wealth. 5D abundance transcends money. It includes deep, loving relationships, emotional resilience and joy, creative fulfillment, spiritual clarity and inner peace, health, vitality, and energy flow. Focusing solely on material gain can create imbalance. True abundance flows when all areas of life resonate with high frequency. Practice 5. Holistic abundance reflection. Journal about areas where you feel fulfilled and areas requiring alignment. Visualize each area flourishing in balance. Notice how shifting one area of energy positively affects the others. Abundance in 5D is multidimensional and holistic, harmonizing mind, body, and spirit. Living abundance daily. Manifestation is most effective when integrated into daily routines and habits. Start the day with visualization and gratitude. Align thoughts, emotions, and actions throughout the day. Observe synchronicities and respond consciously. Reflect in the evening, appreciating how energy and action produced outcomes. Daily practice transforms manifestation from abstract theory into living reality. The energetic ripple of 5D. Abundance. When you manifest from 5D consciousness, your abundance does not only affect you, it radiates into your environment. Your energy uplifts relationships and workplaces. Your joy and alignment inspire collective expansion. You contribute to the evolution of consciousness on a global scale. Manifestation in 5D is therefore not selfish. It is a conscious act of co-creation with the universe, benefiting self and collective simultaneously. Closing message. You are the co-creator. The fifth dimension is your playground, a realm where energy, intention, and joy shape reality. You are not a passive participant, you are a co-creator. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions set vibrational signals. Your alignment and inspired action guide manifestation. Your trust and gratitude anchor abundance into your life. Abundance in 5D is infinite, multidimensional, and ever-flowing. By maintaining presence, joy, and alignment, you unlock the limitless creative potential of your soul. You have awakened. You have transcended fear, embraced joyful presence, and aligned your energy to manifest abundance. Now comes the ultimate step. Fully embodying fifth dimensional consciousness, living every moment as a radiant expression of love, freedom, and light. Living in 5D is not a destination. It is a daily practice, a continuous alignment of thought, emotion, and action with your highest self. In this chapter, we explore what it means to live fully in 5D, the practices that anchor this frequency, and how your existence becomes a living beacon of transformation for yourself and the collective. The essence of 5D living. In 5D, reality is no longer experienced as separate, fragmented, or fear-driven. Instead, love is the guiding force, shaping decisions and interactions. Freedom is a given, not a pursuit. It flows from self-awareness and inner alignment. Light is the essence of being, illuminating both your own path and the paths of others. Living in 5D means embodying these principles in thought, speech, emotion, and action. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the higher frequency of your soul. Integrating mind, body, and spirit. The foundation of full 5D embodiment is the integration of mind, body, and spirit. Mind. Cultivate clarity, focus, and conscious thought. Avoid mental chatter, judgment, and attachment to outcomes. Body. Honor your physical vessel. Nourish it with energy-aligned food, movement, rest, and mindful awareness. The body is the instrument through which higher energy is expressed. Spirit. Connect to your higher self, intuition, and the infinite. Meditation, breathwork, and energy practices maintain alignment with your soul's frequency. Integration ensures that all layers of your being resonate in harmony, creating a stable high-frequency field. Living from love. Love in 5D is unconditional, expansive, and transformative. It is not dependent on reciprocation or circumstances. Practice one heart-centered awareness. Place your hand over your heart. Take deep, conscious breaths, feeling the warmth and expansion of love in your chest. Intend to carry this energy into every interaction and decision throughout the day. Repeat silently. I embody love in thought, word, and deed. By anchoring love in your heart and projecting it outward, you elevate both your own frequency and the collective energy around you. Freedom as your birthright. Fifth dimensional freedom is the liberation from fear, judgment, and external control. It is the ability to live authentically aligned with your true self. Practice 2. Daily freedom check-in. Throughout the day, pause and ask, am I acting from my highest self, or am I reacting from fear or obligation? Release any thought, emotion, or action that restricts your freedom. Affirm, I am free. I am sovereign. I create my reality in alignment with my soul. Freedom is not an abstract concept. It is an energetic state maintained through conscious practice, radiating light in every moment. Light is your natural essence in 5D consciousness. To live fully, you illuminate your path and those of others through your energy, presence, and actions. Practice 3. Light projection exercise. Visualize a radiant light within your chest, expanding with each breath. Imagine this light flowing outward, touching everyone and everything you encounter. Infuse interactions with this energy, patience, kindness, compassion, understanding. Anchor the visualization with affirmation. I am a beacon of light, love, and clarity. Radiating light is not about perfection. It is about consistent alignment with your soul's highest vibration. Living in joy and curiosity. Full 5D. Embodiment thrives on joy, curiosity, and play. Life becomes an ongoing adventure rather than a series of challenges to endure. Approach each moment with wonder, the way a child marvels at the world. Celebrate experiences rather than waiting for milestones. Allow curiosity to guide exploration, learning, and growth. Practice 4. Joyful presence exercise. Set aside time each day for an activity that sparks joy or creative flow. Be fully present, free from distraction or expectation. Notice how engaging in joy shifts your energy and perception. When joy becomes your default frequency, love, freedom, and light naturally follow. Transcending attachment and outcome. Attachment is a hallmark of 3D consciousness. In 5D, you release the need to control outcomes, trusting life's divine flow. Practice 5. Letting go ritual. Identify an area where you feel attachment or resistance. Breathe deeply and visualize the outcome being placed in the universe's hands. Affirm, I release control and trust in the wisdom of life. I remain aligned, open, and free. Detachment is not indifference. It is conscious surrender, allowing higher intelligence to guide creation. Co-creation with the universe. Living fully in 5D is an ongoing co-creative partnership with the universe. Your thoughts, intentions, emotions, and actions interact with universal energy to manifest your reality. Clarify your intentions from a place of alignment and service. Take inspired, love-driven action. Observe synchronicities, signs, and opportunities, responding consciously. Maintain high frequency energy through daily practices, meditation, gratitude, visualization, and joy. This partnership transforms life from random events into consciously shaped experiences aligned with your highest potential. Embodying presence in relationships and community. 5D living is collective as well as personal. Your alignment and frequency ripple outward, influencing others. Cultivate conscious relationships based on resonance, mutual respect, and love. Inspire others not through teaching, but through your energetic example. Serve the collective by holding high frequency and uplifting the spaces you occupy. Your presence becomes a catalyst for collective evolution, as more individuals awaken to higher consciousness. The practice of daily integration. Full embodiment requires consistent integration. Morning. Set intentions, visualize alignment, express gratitude. Daytime. Maintain awareness, practice heart-centered love, act with joy and curiosity. Evening. Reflect on experiences, release lower vibrations, celebrate moments of alignment. Ongoing. Meditate, connect with higher self, and align with universal flow. This consistent rhythm ensures your energy remains anchored in 5D, regardless of external circumstances. Living as a fifth-dimensional being. To live fully in 5D, love unconditionally, see beyond the surface, respond from your heart, radiate freedom, act authentically, release fear, and honor your sovereignty. Shine your light, elevate others through your presence, words, and actions. Stay present and joyful, treat life as a sacred adventure of experience and growth. Trust in universal flow. Let go of control while co-creating with clarity, intention, and inspiration. You are no longer a participant in 3D struggle. You are a conscious creator, a radiant soul, and a living embodiment of higher dimensional energy. Closing message. Your life as a fifth-dimensional expression. Living fully in 5D is not an abstract spiritual concept. It is practical, embodied, and transformative. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions shape your reality. Love, freedom, and light become your natural expression. You co-create experiences that reflect your inner frequency. Your life becomes a beacon, inspiring both personal and collective awakening. You are no longer constrained by fear, limitation, or separation. You exist as a conscious, radiant, joyful, and aligned fifth-dimensional soul, fully immersed in the flow of life. Every day is a new opportunity to express your soul fully, radiate your light, and create a reality aligned with your highest vision.